and we are live from Vermillion, South Dakota for the Vermillion Chamber and Development Company pregame show, broadcasting on Fox Sports Radio 101.5 AM 1570, and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. As in this JV game, Vermillion just hit a 3 to go up 5 in the fourth quarter. Pretty intense match here, and when I say we've been pretty lucky this season with the away team bringing just as many fans as the home crowd. I mean, half of the city of Ponca is here right now, Chad.
It's definitely a full crowd on this side of the gym.
Yeah, the Vermillion boys, they're having a really good season. They're going to be playing the Ponca Indians today. And Vermillion Tanagers, I mean, last game was amazing. I mean, like Luke Jensen had 6 3-pointers, and if it was a closer game, I could have seen him hitting about 9 of those.
Yeah, he definitely he hit them all in the first half, and then they didn't really have to do much in the second half. But, yeah, he definitely had a, we'll call it a spark in the first half. He could not miss. So we hope to see a little bit more of that tonight.
Yeah, and then this is the last home game before regions, Chad. What is it like do you think, for the players to be playing that last home game before the regions?
It's surreal for the seniors here. Last regular season home game, get a playoff game, and they're here in the Birdcage. But you're getting toward the end of the season here, where maybe reality starts to set in a little bit, where going to play your last game at home, that kind of thing. But the good thing about Vermillion has got a lot of youth coming up, so a lot of these guys will be playing a lot of basketball here in the next few years.
Yeah, very, very important, very impactful to get to finish out that season, get that home game in before they go on the road against Canton, and then look forward and try to make that SODAC 16. I mean, very great team. You have that all-state performance probably from Trey Hansen here. Luke Jensen's been a great runner-up, and then the rest of that starting lineup, Blanchette, Thomas, Larson, just really solid group. And, I mean, we've even seen Cleveland, Hovden, Moonlight a little bit. So it is pretty tight rotation. But as we saw last game, they had an injury in the starting lineup, and then some of those underclassmen, they came in and flourished.
Oh, they really did. And they did it against the other starting lineup. So, I mean, it wasn't like – the other team brought in all their bench players right away, but our backups and our bench players, Drake went into the bench a little bit deeper than he normally does. But in that case, give these guys some playing time and give them props for really competing at the high level against, the starting lineup from the other team. So very, very good job. And the JV is always fun to watch because these guys, they battle just as hard as the varsity guys do, just trying to, put their name, on that starting card for, next season.
Yeah, very good top-to-bottom program here in Vermillion, no matter whether it's the JVC team or the varsity. When we come back, Zach Spear will have a Hanson-Haas tournament in Yankton preview. We'll be back on Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube and Fox Sports Radio 101.5.
When you need top-notch appliances that last, trust the experts at Murph's Appliance. From washers and dryers to refrigerators, they have all the trusted brands to keep your home running smoothly. At Murph's, you'll find Maytag appliances built for durability and service you can count on. Whether it's a new oven or a repair, they're there for you every step of the way. Stop on down to Murph's Appliance, your local Maytag dealer in Vermillion. Maytag and Murph's, reliable just like you.
It's time for the 34th Annual Hanson-Haas Youth Basketball Tournament Update. Brought to you by our corporate sponsor, Core Trust Bank, member FDIC. Also from Gerstner Oil and Triple Time Rudy's Yankton Convenience Store, service and quality fuel for home, business, and farm. Gerstner Oil, Triple Time Rudy's Yankton. And MT&RC Smith Insurance Agency, your auto owner's insurance agency in Yankton. For generations, people have trusted the auto owner's agents at MT&RC Smith Insurance, Yankton. This report is also brought to you by Quality Well Service, South Yankton, for pump sales and service on all makes and models. Well drilling and irrigation pump service. Call Jeremy at Quality Well Service.
This is your preview for the 2026 Hanson Haas Basketball Tournament in Yankton, brought to you by Core Trust Bank, a fourth-generation family-owned community bank. This year's Hanson Haas Tournament will take place all on Saturday, February 21st. It's time to meet the teams participating in this year's tournament. In third grade boys, Heelan, WC Knights, Mighty Ducks, Yankton Timberwolves, and Mitchell Colonels. In third grade girls, Bonhomme, Vollen Raiders, Hinton Blackhawks, Yankton Gazelles, Mitchell, and Yankton Rubies. In fourth grade boys, Avon, Platte Geddes, the Chargers, Yankton Bucks Black, EPJ Huskies, and Yankton Bucks Red. In fourth grade girls, Crofton, Mitchell All-Stars, Yankton Gazelles, Dakota Valley, Nebraska Phillies, Yankton Zells, Elk Point Jefferson, and Ponca. In fifth grade boys, Ambush Van Leeuwen, Vermillion Tanagers, Crofton, Yankton Bucks Black, Heelan, and Yankton Bucks White. And in fifth grade girls, the Beersford Watchdogs, Yankton Fever, Bonhomme, and Elk Point Jefferson. When we return, we'll meet the rest of the teams.
This Hanson Haas Tournament Update is also brought to you by Fairfield Inn by Marriott, located on Broadway, Yankton. Thank you for staying with them. Come back anytime. Fairfield Inn, Yankton. Also, Larson Carpet in Yankton, a family-owned business with a large selection of flooring products and expert installation. Larson Carpet, Yankton. And brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency in Yankton. Travis and Whitney Devine are your DeSmit insurance agents for farm, home, and auto. Midwest Insurance Agency, Yankton. Also brought to you by Culver's, with cooked-to-order butter burgers, handcrafted fresh frozen custard, and Wisconsin cheese curds. Welcome to delicious Culver's, north on Broadway, Yankton. SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab welcomes you to Yankton for the Hanson Haas Basketball Tournament. Good luck to all the teams located at 2000 Summit Street, Yankton. SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.com. Slowey Construction, Yankton is hiring. They offer health, vacation, and 401 opportunities. Apply at Slowey Construction, Yankton. FloorTech is also a sponsor of this Hanson Haas Basketball Tournament. FloorTech, when the floor is wet, call FloorTech Restoration. Fire, mold, water cleanup, serving Southeast South Dakota and Northeast Nebraska. FloorTech Yankton. Is there a new air conditioner in your future? Larry's Heating and Cooling Yankton. Purchase a Lennox or Carrier 2-ton air conditioner installed for $3,900. Larry's Heating and Cooling.com.
Also competing in the 34th annual Hanson Haas Basketball Tournament. In 6th grade boys, Bridgewater Emery Hoop City, the River Rockers, Heelan, Yankton Mambas Black, Norfolk 6th grade boys, Yankton Mambas Red. In 6th grade girls, EPJ Huskies, Plainview Osmond Pirates, Yankton Red, Gregory Gorillas, Scotland Menno Trappers, Yankton White, Mitchell Magic, and West Central Ambush. To 7th grade boys, Beersford, Heelan, Yankton Bucks, Seahawks, Nakota Coyotes, Yankton Vipers, Coleman Egan 7th grade boys, and the Scotland Menno Trappers. In 7th grade girls, Beersford, Northeast Nebraska, Hustle, Hart, and Hoops, Vermillion Tanagers, MCM, and the Yankton Gazelles. And to round off the Hanson Haas Tournament, the 8th grade boys with BV Fierce, Yankton Lightning, Heelan, and Prospects.
This Hanson Haas Basketball Tournament Update is brought to you in part by Boston Shoes to Boots.
Boston Shoes to Boots in Yankton is your local headquarters for the best in quality and comfortable footwear for men, women, and kids. Shop online at bostonshoestoboots.com.
Also brought to you by Becker Body Shop of Yankton. From dealing with dents to insurance companies, they offer exceptional work and customer service. Becker Body Shop, Yankton. H&H Roofing, Yankton, serving Southeast South Dakota and Northeast Nebraska, handling roofing, siding, and gutters. We've got you covered, H&H Roofing, Yankton. Also brought to you by State Farm agent Rhonda Westland, and her team are here to assist. Call, click, or stop by for the service you deserve at the price you want. State Farm agent Rhonda Westland. Stronghold Counseling Services provide a place to heal, hope without hype, guidance without judgment, a safe place to go. Stronghold Counseling Services. Also brought to you by Molly Skoll Insurance of American Family Insurance. Happy to protect American families with personalized insurance programs for home, auto, business, farm, and life insurance. Molly Skoll Agency, American Family Insurance, Yankton. Also brought to you by Holiday Inn Express. welcoming you to the Hanson Haas Basketball Tournament. Good luck to all teams. Come stay with us in our newly renovated rooms anytime you're in Yankton. Holiday Inn Express, Yankton. And the corporate sponsor, Core Trust, member FDIC, along with these sponsors, welcoming you to the Hanson Haas Youth Basketball Tournament.
This has been your Hanson Haas preview, brought to you by Core Trust Bank. For more information and the link to updated brackets, check out our Facebook page, Classic Hits 1063, and kvht.com.
It's funny how life is made up of moments, quiet ones, big ones, and ones you never forget. A wish, a milestone, a moment you didn't know would mean so much. Because life is made in the moments we share. Voyage Federal Credit Union. For every memory made, for every moment ahead.
Candice Couture is your complete women's lingerie shop. Bras, underwear, PJs, loungewear, swimwear, sports bras, activewear, and much, much more. Small to 3 extra large and over 200 different sizes of bras. AA to O cup bands 28 to 56 in store. Candice Couture, 17 West Main Street.
The Pizza Ranch Vermillion is your event headquarters. Enjoy the crisp salad bar, the country's best chicken, and fresh pizza. Want a custom pizza? Just ask. We are proud to offer the buffet your way. And the Fun Zone Arcade features 36 games, 2 golf simulators, and full bar. Perfect for pregame tailgates and parties. Have a business meeting, team, or office party? Reserve the Dakota Center. It holds up to 300 people. Order online at pizzaranch.com for delivery, or circle your wagons and make Pizza Ranch your tailgate place next to USG.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
Back on the Vermillion Chamber and Development Company pregame show with coach of the Vermillion Tanagers, Coach Jay Drake. Coach, when it comes to playing a team from out of state that only shares one common opponent, how does scouting and approaching them look like?
Yeah, the nice thing in our situation is it's a team we have played for a couple of years now. Our girls have played Ponca for a while, but we added them to our schedule. This will be the 3rd straight year now that we play them. So from that standpoint, it's late in the year. Anytime it's an out-of-state team, obviously you might not be quite as familiar, but when we've had a chance to play in the last couple of years, and obviously you get some film, but also just seeing sub-varsity games the last couple of years as well, you kind of know what they have coming up. And they've got a nice team. They got a lot of young kids. We had a battle with them last year at their place, but they only have one returning player from their team last year that played in their rotation. So they're playing a lot of young kids. They've had a nice season. They're well coached. They play the game the right way. And like anything, we're going to have to play well to have a chance.
Yeah, and then how do you make sure that the team stays in game-ready shape because they haven't played for an entire week? How do you anticipate and make sure that everyone stays on task?
Yeah, it was probably a good time for us again. We had a stretch in late January where we had gone about 3-4 weeks with games, and then we had about a week off until we played Del Rapids, and we were able to get some good practices in. And same thing, playing Tri-Valley last Friday night. Our kids didn't have school on Monday, so we actually gave them Monday off and had a 3-day weekend, and it kind of gives them some rest, kind of get refreshed, get their bodies back. But then had 3 really good practices, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It allowed us to kind of work on some things, got to go a little bit harder. You don't go quite as long practice-wise this time of year, but the intensity was good, especially Tuesday, Wednesday, and then you kind of game prep on Thursday. So hopefully it has us ready to go for tonight.
Yeah, and then when it comes to jump shooting, the past few games have been pretty phenomenal. You're going to talk about that Luke Jensen performance. How do you make sure the team continues to distribute the ball as well as they have been?
Yeah, it's been one of our strengths this year. Through 18 games, we've, for the most part, been pretty efficient offensively as a basketball team. And, we've had a couple of games, and obviously it cost us a couple of games, the DV game, Lennox game, and even the Clark Willow Lake game early in the year. Those are the 3 games that we kind of went into some droughts, had some long stretches where we didn't score the basketball well. But other than that, the other 15, 16 games, we've been pretty consistent. We've been pretty unselfish. We've shared the basketball, our floor spacing, and floor balance has been really good. And then, like anything, you got to have guys step up, knock down shots. And I think we've shot it pretty well. And part of that is I think we're taking good game shots, not forcing things.
Yeah, well, that sounds like the game plan, and we'll see everything tonight. Thanks, Coach.
All right. Thanks a lot, Parker.
Fuller Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Interior technicians.
Jerry, I need your help. I'm in a real pickle.
How can we help? We clean carpets, furnace and duct cleaning, mold remediation, fire restoration, water damage restoration, office cleaning, and much more.
No, Jerry, I'm in a real pickle. I'm stuck and I can't get out. Hang on, I'll send you a pic so you can see what I mean.
Oh my gosh. When you need it clean, call the Intech team. Fixing pickles since 1984.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you gotta call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
To be honest, it's the people that I work with. I love what I do. You gotta love what you do to come every day. But the people I work with may come in 10 times easier. You wanna be a part of a team that cares for you and that actually put in the time to teach you and show you the things to do in a proper way. You know, you're just full of people who care.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
And we are back in Vermillion, South Dakota for the Vermillion Chamber and Development Company pre-game show. I'm Parker Orr alongside Chad Peterson. The Vermillion Tanagers Boys are taking on the Ponca Indians for the last home game of the Tanagers regular season. Pretty exciting atmosphere here. The band loud as ever. Less than 4 minutes to go until game time. So Vermillion boys, really strong record so far, 13-5. Ponca is 14-8, playing in Nebraska originally. Vermillion, they're averaging 68.9 points per game, so they're staying pretty close to that 70 per game average. And then they've only allowed 50.1, differential 18.8. We've seen a really high-powered offense from Vermillion this year, and it really seems like they've kept that streak going lately.
Yeah, and it's not just one person doing it. You know, you have Trey Hansen one game, you have Luke Jensen the next game, you have Gabe Larson, you have Trenton Thomas, you know, just everybody contributing. So it's good to see, and And you're going to see probably a little bit of everything here tonight as well against Ponca.
Yeah, no. Though from the way that Ponca's warming up, they are not missing too many jump shots. So I could see them trying to push the pace, really try to space it out and get that jump shot up. Well, Vermillion's got a great perimeter defense, though. I mean, talk about Blanchette, Thomas, Larson, and Hansen, and then Luke Jensen. Don't let it fool you that he's like a 6'5" forward center guy, because he can still guard the perimeter. I mean, he moves his feet very quickly, and he can keep up with the best of them on the perimeter. Hopefully we see their perimeter defense hold up the way they have recently, and it's pretty refreshing to get some a little bit of a rest here. I talked to Coach, 7 days between games here, Chad. But before that, it was a game every 2 days for like 3 weeks straight.
Yeah, they really had a rough schedule the last month of the year. But, it's good to have your guys rested, everybody back, healthy, ready to go into the postseason here. But, we got to focus on this game at hand tonight, take care of business, come out, set the pace, and play good defense like you said.
Yeah, I agree with that. Having that rest is monumental, because it's great to get in game shape and be ready to prepare for anybody every 2 days, but this really gave them a chance to work on everything they need to in practice, rest up those ailments that are not serious enough to take you out of a game, and then also just take a little bit of break from school as well, as we had a 3-day weekend with President's Day. When we come back, we'll be here for tip-off, starting lineups, and the game time on Fox Sports Radio 101.5 AM 1570 and
Truckers, commercial fleet, car owners, when you need a DOT inspection, you need a battery, oil change, diagnostic, or specialized tire service for farm, auto, and heavy equipment, JFI will get your vehicle repaired and washed and back on the road. JFI proudly supports Vermillion Tanagers, the community of Vermillion, in business for nearly 100 years for a reason. JFI is the best, and that's no lie. JFI 1218 Compton Court, Vermillion.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
And we are back on Fox Sports Radio 101.5 AM 1570 and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube, live from Vermillion, South Dakota. The Tanagers boys are about to play the Ponca Indians boys, and we are about to have the national anthem in starting lineup. Pretty full gym for one of the last home games of the season. And here we have the national anthem. Here is the Ponca starting lineup. Cayenne Byrne a guard starting at number 11. Number 13, Pierce Ehlers starting. Caden Cleveland starting for Ponca as well. McKinnon Peterson, the lone senior, starting, number 25. Cooper Stewart lining up that lineup for the Ponca Indians. Your Vermillion lineup comprising of Spencer Blanchette, Luke Jensen, Gabe Larson, Trey Hansen, and we'll find out if Trenton Thomas is good to go for tonight soon. Looks like Trenton Thomas will suit up. That 7-day break was probably most beneficial to him.
Yeah, it definitely was, and it's good to see him back on the court. And you got Cale Cleveland did a great job filling that spot, and definitely we'll see him off the bench right away too.
Yeah, Cale Cleveland, he shined in that game as well as Tyson Hovden. They should mix in at guard a little bit, especially if anybody gets in foul trouble, when they need to change the pace. If Ponca is pushing the pace a little bit too quickly, we should definitely see Cale Cleveland come in for a little bit. Pretty even heights for the Ponca team. We'll have to see who they send for the jump ball.
Yeah, we're not going to see a lot of height advantage for either team here because Ponca is fairly even 6'1" to 6'3" across the board. So actually they probably have the advantage when it comes to that, but I think the Vermillion Tanagers, with their speed and good defense, will make up for that height.
Yeah, it looks like their lone senior McKinnon Peterson will be jumping for Ponca. Trey Hansen, as usual, is jumping for Vermillion. Crowd settled a little bit more. Pretty full gym tonight.
Referees had to get the important part of the game settled. They needed a basketball.
Tough to play without one. I tried with a rock once and it wouldn't bounce. And we're live with the Vermillion Tanagers tipping off against the Ponca Indians. Trey Hansen jumps a little early. Vermillion wins the tip. Trey Hansen has it, initiates it in the backcourt, hands it off to Gabe Larson, gets a Jensen screen. Over to Blanchette, swings it. Thomas, popping shot, three is good.
That's what we like to see from Trent Thomas.
What a welcome back after over a week of not playing basketball. Ponca brings it up. Pass broken up by Thomas. He's all over right now. Larson to Hansen. Pump fakes, drives. Skips it across. Blanchette moves it. Jensen drives, spins, floats it at the basket. What a hook shot from Luke Jensen.
Yeah, kind of getting it from all over here to get a three-pointer, and then they get Luke driving down the lane. So it's good to see a little bit of variety here from the Tanagers right off the bat.
Ponca advances after a full-court press from Vermillion. Swinging the ball, Cleveland of Ponca to Stewart. Stewart kicks it for a three and a make from Pierce Ehlers. Trey Hansen brings it up the court for Vermillion. 5-3 on the Massawa scoreboard. 6:51 to go in the first quarter. Trey Hansen behind his back, kicks it across. Traveling violation. Picked up his pivot foot mid-pass.
I always like that. Trey always looks over like, I didn't do that.
Could have been just within a semi-step. Wasn't very obvious. Cooper Stewart kicks it out of the double. Trey Hansen breaks it up, gets the ball back, makes up for his turnover, Euro steps, and banks it in.
What a great move.
Trey Hansen showing his offensive prowess. Ponca looking to answer. Trey Hansen steals it again, tries to dunk it, makes the layup. Quick four for Trey Hansen on back-to-back steals.
Yeah, great defense. We talk about his offense all the time, but, man, his defense is so solid.
Ponca passes it to McKinnon Peterson. Swarmed by Hansen and Larson. He passes it up. Driving, Caden Cleveland.
And that is a travel.
Yeah, Pierce Ehlers went to pump fake, but he picked up the wrong foot. Gets called for a walk. Gabe Larson inbounds to Trey Hansen of Vermillion. Tanagers lead the Indians 9-3. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Hansen crosses over, drives, pulls up. Shot doesn't make. Ponca takes it the other way. Pierce Ehlers breaking down Thomas, passes it over to Caden Cleveland. Caden Cleveland to Kieran Byrne. Back to Pierce Ehlers. Spot up Peterson. Shot rattles off into the hands of Trenton Thomas. Spencer Blanchett. Hook pass to Luke Jensen. And that one not quite there. McKinnon Peterson brings it the other way. Slows it down. Ponca will just take their time on offense. Pierce Ehlers looking for somebody. Finds Caden Cleveland. Top of the key. Bounce pass to Peterson. Thought about a shot. Fakes the shot. Doesn't take it. Kieran Byrne after a pass. Skips it. Pierce Ehlers. Top of the key. Wide open three. Caden Cleveland. What a shot. Banks it off the back of the rim and in. 9-6 now on the Masawa scoreboard. 4:55 to go in the first. Trey Hansen gets a Jensen screen. He slips it. Hands it off to Spencer Blanchett. He crosses over. Drives. Spins. He's swarmed. Ball stolen. Kieran Byrne takes it the other way for Ponca. Takes it all the way to the basket. Off the glass. Smooth finish. 9-8 on the Masawa scoreboard. Trey Hansen behind his back. Broken up. Kieran Byrne is all over the basketball. He takes it the other way after a bounce pass. Rattles off the rim. Pulled down by Larson. Larson brings it up for Vermillion. Back to Hansen. Hansen breaks down the defender. Passes it off of Peterson. In the second travel of the game for Trey Hansen.
Yeah, they're trying to pick the pace up, and he just kind of lifted his pivot foot before he was able to put the ball on the floor, but really close. Sometimes that gets called, sometimes that doesn't.
Pass over to Pierce Ehlers of Ponca. He advances it quickly to Stewart. Stewart kicks it back up. Mason Schweers over to Peterson. Front iron into Larson's hands. And a timeout from Coach Drake of the Vermillion Tanagers. We'll be right back on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 AM.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
We are back on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 AM, 1570 in Vermillion. Tanagers on YouTube. Tanagers lead the Ponca Indians 9-8. Chad, what are you seeing so far from Vermillion?
Good pace, but really good. I'll call it pickpocketing by Ponca here, and we're able to get a couple steals and another block there.
Yeah, Trey Hansen driving to the basket, puts a layup up, and he's blocked by McKinnon Peterson. Ponca gets the ball after it falls out of bounds off of Trey Hansen on the way on the block. Pierce Ehlers of Ponca guarded by Trey Hansen. Passes it over to Mason Schweers of Ponca. Pass broken up, stolen by Larson. Kicks it to Blanchett. He's got three on him, and he gets fouled. He'll go to the rim.
Yeah, really good defense there at midcourt and be able to get a hand in there and get the steal.
Yeah, both teams have kind of been wary of that quick pass. You really got to look both ways, and Vermillion, the benefactor of this turnover, 9-8, 3:45. Kind of low scoring just because each team is pushing it the other way. Blanchett's first shot off the basket, still 9-8. Ponca already has a couple of their reserves in Schweers and Uthoff. Second shot for Blanchett doesn't find its way home. 9-8, Ponca advances. Kieran Byrne over to Caden Cleveland. Swings it back to Byrne. And he finds a spotting up Cleveland, who will fake the shot, take it for Schweers, and he'll splash it. 11-9, Ponca's first lead of the night against Vermillion.
Yeah, a lot of what we saw in warm-ups. They did not miss a lot of baskets from the perimeter, so.
Pull up Trey Hansen. He answers it right back, 12-11.
And Trey doesn't miss many of those either, wide open.
Ponca's Caden Cleveland working on Trenton Thomas. Passes it up top, guarded by Gabe Larson as Kieran Byrne. Swings it to Alex Utoff. Utoff back to Byrne. Trying to find somebody. He'll give it back to Schwiers. Pass down low. Cooper Stewart working on Luke Jensen. Tough basket. Finds its way through.
Yeah, really good baseline move there to get around Luke.
13-12. Trey Hansen hands off to Thomas. Thomas, Gabe Larson. Back to Luke Jensen of Vermillion. He'll dribble, drive, kicks to Blanchette. Spot up Larson. Gabe Larson's shot falls. Long rebound secured by Cooper Stewart. Caden Cleveland passes to Byrne. Byrne swings it to Stewart. Ponca just passing the ball all over. Thought about his shot. Caden Cleveland surveys the court. Ball goes out of bounds. Vermillion basketball.
Yeah, really good movement by Ponca on that. Just it was a good pass. It was just they moved the wrong direction away from the basket. So
the Vermillion Tanagers are down by 1 against Ponca, 12-13. Close game so far. Slowing down the pace a little bit. Trey Hansen brings it up the court. Luke Jensen sets a screen. Trey Hansen will step into a three-pointer. Doesn't quite make it. Larson kicks out the rebound to Jensen. Jensen spin move. Fade away. Rattles off. Cale Cleveland pokes the rebound out. And Caden Cleveland of Ponca brings it down. Got Cade Cleveland and Cale Cleveland and Caden Cleveland. That's going to mess me up all night.
That
Chad.
is probably going to be a tongue twister, especially if one Cleveland's guarding the other. That's going to be that'll be a fun matchup for you.
Pass into McKinnon Peterson. Advances through the press. Alex Utoff slows it down. Kicks it over to Byrne at the top of the key. Surveys for Ponca. Ponca just passing it all around the perimeter, looking for that jump shot we were kind of talking about. McKinnon Peterson over to Caden Cleveland. Caden Cleveland over to Byrne. Byrne pops it from college, and it finds its way into the hands of Trey Hansen of Vermillion. He'll advance it up the court. Larson poked out. Cale Cleveland recovers it all the way across the court to Spencer Blanchette. He'll drive. Looks to pop, gives it to Cleveland. Down to Luke Jensen, banks it in. Fundamental pass, fundamental shot from Luke.
Yeah, really good pass by Cleveland to Jensen. And it is Cale Cleveland on Caden Cleveland.
Oh, wow. We got Cleveland on Cleveland. First name, Cale and Caden. Pretty fun there. Peterson working on Larson. He's pressured by Jensen. Pass almost broken up by Hansen. Swung to Byrne. Byrne drives on Blanchette. And the ball is recovered by Ponca, but then Trey Hansen steals it. Foul on the defense. Not enough room to operate.
Yeah, good quick hands by Spencer Blanchette to tap that ball away.
Foul apiece on each. Now 2 fouls on Ponca. Blanchette will take a break. Thomas, Cleveland, Jensen, Hansen, Larson all in for the Tanagers. Trey Hansen, Luke Jensen screen, drive, swings it. Luke thought about a shot. He'll drive, pull up the midi. Shot doesn't fall. Broken up by Cale Cleveland. A little bit too much contact. Going for the steal.
Some friendly banter between student sections going back and forth.
Yeah, one of the better traveling student sections is what Ponca has right now.
Yeah, travel really well. The whole side of the gym is blue.
Byrne, he's got 25 seconds in the first quarter. Ponca trails Vermillion on the Masaba scoreboard, 14-13. Working on Cale Cleveland, just protecting the basketball. Cleveland not leaving room to operate. Fundamental defense for Cleveland, almost forces a turnover. He gets screened away but comes right back to the ball. Peterson catch and shoots it in the corner, and the rebound saved by Vermillion's Gabe Larson. Trey Hansen, three-quarters court. Hits the floor, 14-13, Vermillion leads. When we return on Fox Sports Radio and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube, we'll be back with quarter 2 of action.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Vermillion is proud to support local athletics like USD and the Tanagers. The DQ fall flavors are in, and DQ has great food at great prices. Get a $7 meal deal. Choose from a cheeseburger or 3-piece chicken basket with fries, a drink, and a sundae for only $7. Got an office team party or birthday party? If you want to celebrate, don't bake, buy a DQ cake. And DQ supports the Sanford Children's Network. So after the game, take your team for a thrill to the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill, 905 East Cherry Street, Vermillion, South Dakota.
We return to Vermillion, South Dakota for the Vermillion Tanagers and the Ponca Indians for a boys basketball single match, last home game of the regular season for Vermillion. The Tanagers are up 14-13, quarter 2 starts. Ponca has possession. Pressured Kieran Byrne, tries to swing it down low, entry pass successful, shot successful for Cooper Stewart.
Yeah, really good inlet pass there, and was able to catch the Tanagers off guard a little bit.
Trey Hansen behind his back, kicks it over to Luke Jensen. He spots up a three, and he's still hot from the last game.
I can see that.
Yeah, Luke Jensen making that. Let's see if he can get another 6 threes in. 17-15. Pierce Ehlers breaking down Larson. 2 screens, he gets half of one. Caden Cleveland over to Pierce Ehlers. Pierce Ehlers breaking down Larson. And he travels, picks up the foot. A lot of travel calls today, a lot of pressure in this game.
Yeah, really good. All caused by defense on both sides. It was a lot of, I don't know what you want to call it, just not putting the ball down first and just simple mistakes.
Larson swings it to Blanchette, who pulls up the mid-range. Shot tipped by Ponca. Ponca goes the other direction. Caden Cleveland, quick pass to Byrne, throws up a three. Right side of the rim, it falls off, brought down by Jensen. Hansen pushes it down the court. Larson spotting up in the three, patiently makes the three.
Yeah, Gabe just hanging out in the corner, waiting for Trey to dish him the ball.
Ponca brings it up. Top of the key, a lot of handoffs, a lot of ball movement around the perimeter. Guy and Byrne over to McKinnon Peterson. Caden Cleveland over on the wing. Tries to break down Trenton Thomas, crosses over, kicks a bounce pass over to Stewart. Stewart finds Peterson, he makes a three.
Yeah, good answer by Ponca.
Yeah, they're really distributing the basketball. Everyone on the court for them has a basket. Trey Hansen dribbles, gives it to Larson. Larson takes it in. Jensen drives, pulls up, pass out to Larson, pass to Thomas, spotting up in the corner. Shot falls short, brought down by Peterson and Ponca. He takes it the other way, tries to bank it in, it doesn't make. Larson takes it the other way for Vermillion. Gives up to Trey Hansen, avoids the charge, and Hansen fundamental shot.
Yeah, all caused by defense.
Ponca brings it the other way. Quarter 2, already a little bit higher pace. It's 22-18 on the Mesaba scoreboard, 5:32 in period number 2. Dribbling over to the left side, Pierre Ehlers passes it up top to Caden Cleveland. Kicks it over to McKinnon Peterson. Pierce Ehlers drives for Ponca. Posts up, stolen by Vermillion. Another turnover. Trey Hansen all the way off the glass. Smooth layup for Trey Hansen. He makes it.
He makes it look so easy, doesn't he?
Yeah, a layup like that, no way I can make it. And a quick foul on Spencer Blanchette means that Ponca will inbound. Very good on-ball defender. Spencer does not foul much.
Yeah, he's got quick hands and is able to jab at the ball and cause turnovers every once in a while. Just must have caught him on the arm there.
Pierce Ehlers takes it all the way up the court for Ponca. Trying to shake Larson. Turnover off of Larson. Wasn't quite able to get the steal, and we'll see a quick timeout from Ponca. We'll be back on Fox Sports Radio and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube.
Slumberland Furniture at 2401 Broadway in Yankton, home of Kirkland Furniture Groups, bedroom groups by Laguna, and dining sets by Tower and Catadel. They're also the only place to offer furniture by Flex Steel and the biggest selection of Lazy Boy in the area. The Mattress Gallery is full of the best brand name mattresses in the business, including the all-new Tempur-Pedic Active Breeze personalized climate-controlled mattress. Slumberland Furniture, dining, bedroom sets, and mattresses in Yankton.
And we are back in Vermillion, South Dakota on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 AM 1570, and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. The Tanagers lead Ponca 24-18, 4:53 to go in the first half. Ponca gets it quick to Peterson. He posts up, fakes it, gives it to Cleveland. Top of the key, Earler's just looking for a pass. Vermillion's all over. Successfully passes it to Stewart, who drives, dribble handoff. Cleveland spins it, takes it down low, over to Peterson. Ball finds its way, driving to the basket. Foul on the ground. Attempted shot from Utoff. There's a foul right before it. They'll call another foul on Spencer Blanchette.
Yeah, he just said he doesn't foul very often. There's two quick ones for Spencer.
Yeah, still in quarter two. He won't need to come off the court yet. Ponca gets a three-pointer, a little contested, doesn't matter. Shots straight through the hoop for Ehlers.
And right in front of the student body from the Tanagers there, and kind of quieted them a little bit.
Spot up three from Jensen rattles off. Rare miss. He shoots 55% from three. Driving, Ponca can't get anywhere. Utoff passes it up to Cleveland, gets it back. He'll spin on Blanchette, drives, Euro step. Shot no good, gets his own rebound, blocked by Larson. Trey Hansen brings it up the other way. Drives for Vermillion, draws the contact. Shot up. Shooting foul, 2 shots for Trey Hansen. 24-21 on the Masaba scoreboard, 3:54 to go in the first half. Trey Hansen makes the first free throw. Ponca's really crashing the offensive glass tonight.
They're really doing a great job controlling that, and Vermillion's not getting a lot of second chances down at their end of the floor, but Ponca is taking advantage of second chance opportunities.
Yeah, Mason Schweers checks back in. I didn't even realize he had a bloody nose, and that's why he was off the court. Still got the tissue in his nose. Second shot for Trey Hansen, good. Vermillion leads Ponca 25-21 in this boys basketball game. Pierce Ehlers of Ponca drives, brings it into the front court over to McKinnon Peterson. Lone senior on this team swings it over to Utoff. Utoff looking for somebody, finds Peterson top of the key, keeps swinging the basketball around. Stewart to Peterson, spots up, three-pointer. Far right. Brought down by Jensen. Hansen brings it up of the Tanagers. Hands it off. Jensen drives. Fakes it.
Good adjustment.
Hook shot. What a shot.
Really good adjustment there by Luke.
Yeah, he's got quite the post skill, especially on the dribble. Ponca couldn't get a pass off. They'll take another halftime out on Fox Sports Radio in Vermillion Tanagers on.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small, just as it should be. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of choices to make sure you have the perfect coverage to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance.
And we're back on Fox Sports Radio and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. Chad, pretty tight game so far.
Yeah, it really has been. And like we were just talking, you know, a mini run either way, this game would be tied or it could be a 15-point lead real quick.
Yeah, that's the difficulty when there's you have a little bit of a buffer. Neither team gets too comfortable. Ponca trying to inbound it. Pass to Larson. They couldn't quite find the lane. Thomas takes it the other way off the Larson pass. Rebounded by Larson. He's all over this possession. And he gets another rebound. Gabe Larson takes a shot. Cleveland gets a board. Back to Trey Hansen. Thought about a three. Double dribble. He got the left hand a little bit on it on the pump fake.
Got to be happy with 4 second chance opportunities there, but you just got to convert that.
Yeah, just a little bit of that tiny edge where you got to figure out exactly the dribble, exactly the pass. Pretty high intensity game from both sides. Ponca works it the other way. Kieran Byrne, top of the key, has to give it up to Schwiers. He gets a screen. Pass down low. Mason Schwiers of Ponca. Fadeaway jumper. Whoa, what a shot. Fading away from the basket for Schwiers.
Yeah, with the height disadvantage, too, and was able to get it up.
Trey Hansen to Larson. Larson called on the foul. Both teams probably have 3-4 traveling violations tonight.
That is really odd for Vermillion to have that many traveling violations.
Ponca brings it up the other court. Kyan Byrne working on Larson. Drives. Blocked and denied by Trey Hansen. Down the other way. Thomas to Larson. Back to Thomas. Spots it up. Three-pointer. Cash money. Thomas. He makes the three.
Yeah, he wasn't going to be denied on that one.
Yeah, second Thomas three of the night. 31-23 in the Wasaba scoreboard. 2:05 in period number 2. Pass broken up by guess who? Trey Hansen. Drives it up. Goes for a dunk. Gets a layup. Makes the shot. 33-23. Ponca the other way. And they'll take another timeout. And we'll return on Fox Sports Radio in Vermillion.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
And we are back on Vermillion Tanagers and YouTube and Fox Sports. Chad, you pointed out they only have 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, it's like, I know they don't want to get the Tanagers to have this lead get out of hand real quick, but you might need a few of those in the second half. But, that's why I'm not coaching.
Well, the mentality here, I bet, is don't call another timeout until the fourth quarter. And like you said, Vermillion can turn this into a 15-point game, 20-point game, and then you start to lose the breaks with a team that can run as fast as these Tanagers. So this is a now or never for Ponca to try to really cut into this and keep this a very close game. Ponca has the basketball. They inbound it successfully to Pierce Ehlers. He drives on Larson, loses the basketball, gets his own dribble back off the ground. Quick pass to Stewart. Stewart back to Ehlers. He'll drive. Contact on Larson. Pulled down by Larson. What a rebounder tonight. Larson's got about 4 of those.
Yeah, really good defense on this end of the floor.
Trey Hansen spins to the basket, tries to find it off the glass, and he gets another steal. Trey Hansen.
Man, he's just being a thief tonight, just stealing everything.
Yeah, he's got at least over probably 5 steals so far, breaking up every passing lane. Quick pass over to Stewart. Broken up by Trey Hansen once again. He takes it the other way, and he makes the shot.
Oh, and contact after the shot. No foul called, but great job by Trey Hansen so far.
Yeah, he's really taken over this quarter. He's got 19. Quick shot from Peterson stops the bleed.
Yeah, good answer better from Ponca. They really needed that.
37-26, 49 seconds and counting to go in the first half of basketball here. Thomas pulls up from college. Rattles off. Ponca pulls down the rebound. Caden Cleveland takes it the other way, just looking for a quick pass. Finds McKinnon Peterson top of the key. Picks it up. Pass over to Ehlers. Ponca, a lot of ball movement, not much dribbling. And pass broken up by Thomas. It'll stay with Ponca.
Yeah, good anticipation there by Thomas to jump there, but the ball just tipped off his arm.
27.8 to go in the first half. 37-26, the Vermillion Tanagers lead the Ponca Indians. Pass in up top. Swung over to Feister. Feister to Peterson. Peterson 3. Front iron rebounded by Vermillion. Trey Hansen brings it up the other way. He'll try to take the last shot of the half. 37-26 is the score. working on Peterson, the lone senior of Ponca. He'll drive, kick it. Larson, spot up three. Falls short. Ponca takes it the other way. And let's see if they got the shot off.
I don't believe he did.
And it looks like they did not get the shot off. We'll still be at 37-26 going to half number 2. We'll have our halftime analysis here on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 AM 1570 and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. But when
warmer days are coming, and sooner or later your air conditioning will need to kick in as well. But what if it doesn't? Well, don't wait. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling. With 43 years in the business, we're very knowledgeable on what we do and how we serve our customers. You can rest assured that when you call day or night, someone will always pick up the call. Join our elite club today and become a priority member. Skip the line, get discounts on services, and have no overtime fees. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling for expert service from factory-trained technicians.
I'm Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/career. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design-build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric, helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers!
Wanting a specialist without leaving town? We've got you covered. Our clinic offers specialists for the health and wellness of your family. From pediatricians to OBGYNs, plus primary care. You can find it all at Vermillion Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermillion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermillion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermillion Vision Care Associates.
And we are back in Vermillion, South Dakota for the Vermillion Tanagers versus the Ponca Indians boys basketball. Tanagers lead 37-26. Meanwhile, we have the youth cheer camp performing their routine with the Vermillion High School cheerleaders. And I got to say, Chad, a lot of kids from the elementary school are doing this program.
Boy, there are 30 girls out there, and they're all doing a really, really good job with this routine. So they've put in a lot of work and a lot of practice the way it looks.
Yeah, I know. Props to the cheerleaders led by Coach Linda Alvey, Tanager cheerleaders Sophie Gerlich, Grace Wohl, Adele Mahawold, and Jada Walker leading that camp out there. And then as all the cheer camp participants fall to the floor. Well, for this Vermillion game, Chad, you've got to say, Trey Hansen, he had a couple traveling violations, but he had about 7 steals in the first half, and they mostly led to points. He had 19.
Yeah, well, all those steals led right directly to points for Trey. I tell you what, you talk about his 19 points, but his defense, that's what college coaches want to see. They want to look at him and say, man, that kid can play some defense. He can score too, but that's what they want to see. So really great job all around for really Tanagers. I mean, we're looking up there. Luce got 9. Thomas has got a couple threes. Gabe Larson's got a 3. But yeah, Trey, 19 points. He's got a few rebounds. He's got, half a dozen steals. He's really just doing everything tonight. And that second quarter, he just kind of took it over.
Yeah, I know. He's always a threat to get double-digit steals, rebounds, points, assists. And then also Luke Jensen, he dropped 9. We also had a three-pointer made by Gabe Larson, who got like 3 back-to-back offensive rebounds on that one possession. You love to see that fight, even if it doesn't lead to a basket, because that's what you need to really succeed out here. And then also Trenton Thomas, welcome back. He hit 2 3-pointers. He's playing like he never missed any time.
Yeah, absolutely did. Glad to see him back on the floor. But, the story of the first half really, besides, Vermillion having a little bit of a mini run there to build an 11-point lead, Ponca used 3 of their timeouts. So the rest of the game, they only have 2 timeouts to call. So they're going to have to probably use those wisely here in the second half.
Yeah, 11-point game. Like, you don't see it very often to use all of your free throws like that or all your timeouts like that, because in those, like, key instances where maybe you need to foul, use a timeout, set up a play, try to score at the very end of the fourth quarter, you've got to save your timeouts, and that means that if Vermillion goes on a run this third quarter, we might not even see a timeout.
You might not.
It'll be very interesting to see how they play that. But on Ponca's side, they're jump shooting very well, like we mentioned. I mean, you got to look at Byrne, Ehlers, Schwiers, and Peterson have all hit 3-pointers. But on top of that, as the cheer camp runs right off the court, applause from the whole crowd, you just got to look at it and be like, you're jump shooting very well, but this offense is very much one dribble handoff, one dribble pass. You're not seeing much inside penetration, so the Vermillion is really getting away with not allowing many shots at the basket. Ponca only getting layups mostly in transition.
Yeah.
So if Vermillion can clear up some of these turnovers, prevent fast break opportunities, this Ponca offense is going to really run into a wall, especially the farther we go in this game, and Ponca has to dig into the reserves. I mean, they have some good reserves. They played Feister, Utoff, and Schwiers. So the only players on varsity that haven't hit the court for Ponca are Brooks Kephart and Carter Lowe. So very deep team as well, but they might start running out of time, and you really got to watch those timeouts. We'll return on Fox Sports Radio, 115 AM 1570, and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube.
When you need top-notch appliances that last, trust the experts at Murph's Appliance. From washers and dryers to refrigerators, they have all the trusted brands to keep your home running smoothly. At Murph's, you'll find Maytag appliances built for durability and service you can count on. Whether it's a new oven or a repair, they're there for you every step of the way. Stop on down to Murph's Appliance, your local Maytag dealer in Vermillion. Maytag and Murph's, reliable just like you.
It's funny how life is made up of moments, quiet ones, big ones, and ones you never forget. A wish, a milestone, a moment you didn't know would mean so much. Because life is made in the moments we share. Voyage Federal Credit Union. For every memory made, for every moment ahead.
Candice Couture is your complete women's lingerie shop. Bras, underwear, PJs, loungewear, swimwear, sports bras, activewear, and much, much more. Small to 3 extra large and over 200 different sizes of bras. AA to O cup bands 28 to 56 in store. Candice Couture, 17 West Main Street.
The Pizza Ranch Vermillion is your event headquarters. Enjoy the crisp salad bar, the country's best chicken, and fresh pizza. Want a custom pizza? Just ask. We are proud to offer the buffet your way. And the Fun Zone Arcade features 36 games, 2 golf simulators, and full bar. Perfect for pregame tailgates and parties. Have a business meeting, team, or office party? Reserve the Dakota Center. It holds up to 300 people. Order online at pizzaranch.com for delivery, or circle your wagons and make Pizza Ranch your tailgate place next to USG.
And we are back on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 AM, 1570, and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. 19 seconds away from the second half of action here. Pretty intense atmosphere this very first half, and then we saw so many timeouts get called from Ponca because they're trying to really slow down this Vermillion team, and we'll see how going into halftime if they make any adjustments. And then we also need to see if Vermillion can keep putting their foot on the gas and then also keep forcing as many turnovers as they have. Vermillion starting with the basketball, moving from left to right on your screen. Trey Hansen gets it back, post down to Luke Jensen. He's doubled. He's got to pass it out. Pressured, finds Blanchette, thought about a shot. Thomas drives for Vermillion. Euro step, blocked. Rebounded by Larson. He sets a screen for Trey Hansen. Trey Hansen drives. Blanchette in the corner. Doesn't take the shot, but he drives into Ponca. Basketball out of Ponca. Fighting for the ball is McKinnon Peterson. He almost forced a steal, but he knocks it out just barely.
Yeah, really quick hands by Peterson there trying to get away from Spencer. So doing a good job on the defensive end here.
Yeah, Trey Hansen passes it in to Larson. Kick ball violation on Ponca. Caden Cleveland trying to prevent the open pass from Vermillion. Trey Hansen inbounding for the Tanagers. Pass in, driving Larson. Top of the key, Blanchette. He'll spin it around, take it to the basket. Contact on the ball. 3 Tanagers swarming Ehlers. He passes it up quickly. Ponca spinning the other way is Byrne, and making the shot is also Byrne. 37-28 in the Mesaba scoreboard. First points for Ponca of the second half. Trey Hansen drives the basketball. Dribble handoff, Trenton Thomas, thought about a shot. Gives it to Spencer Blanchette. Works on the defense, top of the key, back to Thomas. Blanchette sets a screen for him. Luke Jensen in the 3, corner shot, rattles home. We keep talking about that three-point shot, but he cannot miss them. Ponca the other way. Byrne swings it to Ehlers. Tries to fake the pass on Larson. Finally makes it to Byrne. Down low, bank shot good for Cooper Stewart.
Really good pass there. Luke thought he overthrew him, and he was just caught him on the backside of it.
Trey Hansen drives. Peterson tries to draw a charge, but he doesn't do so successfully, blocking foul on Ponca. Trey Hansen inbounding the basketball under his own basket. Gets it in quickly to Larson, down to, post-up shot. Foul on the ground against Ponca. Second foul about 2 minutes into the third quarter. It's 40-30, still a 10-point game. Trey Hansen inbounds again under his own basket. Luke Jensen this time. Down low, post-up. Gets his own board. Gets his own board again. Jump ball forced by Ponca. Luke Jensen doing a great job crashing his own miss, but just can't quite get the shot down before a jump ball is forced.
Yeah, good job by Ponca there, not fouling.
Bring the ball up the other way is Byrne. Hands it off to Peterson. Jump pass to Schweers. Schweers to Cleveland. Kicks it down low, finds a wide open Ehlers, and he is rewarded with an assist. Ehlers makes the shot. Jay Drake calls a timeout. We'll take one here on Fox Sports Radio and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
And we are back on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 AM, 1570, and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. The Tanagers lead Ponca only 40-32. Vermillion forced to call a timeout here. 5:51 to go in the third quarter. Chad, Ponca's really pressuring on offense now.
Yeah, really doing a good job. Drake needed a timeout there. A couple back-to-back backdoor passes that he did not like, and I'm sure they talked about that, trying to fix that.
Trey Hansen pulls into a three, and he makes it. What a shot from Trey Hansen. It's the second three-pointer of the game.
Yeah, you can't leave him open like that.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty far out there, but he can hit the three like no one else. Crossing over is Byrne. Passes it over to Peterson. Peterson swings it to Ehlers, bounces it to Stewart. He'll hand it off to Byrne. Byrne to Peterson. This movement from Ponca. It's swung up top to Ehlers. Ehlers for Byrne. Ponca still looking for a shot. Vermillion not giving too much. And they find a jumper on the three, and they make it from the corner. Pierce Ehlers of Ponca, he's got 14 now. Trey Hansen dribbling, pulling up, gives it to Jensen. He thought about a shot. He steps back for three, and he swishes it. Luke Jensen is still on a heater.
Man, I tell you what, love to see that, and he is excited.
Ponca going the other way. 46-35, still an 11-point lead for Vermillion. Byrne over, thought about a shot. Cleveland won't take it. Byrne will take it from that corner where everyone's making them. Jensen pulls down the rebound for Vermillion. Trey Hansen the other way, crosses over, floats it up on Peterson, banks it in. Count it and the foul, I believe.
It does count. What great body control and balance by Trey to be able to get that shot off in midair and take the foul.
Trey Hansen, pretty good at circus shots. Very good at maneuvering traffic to hit a layup. And he makes the free throw. What a play from Trey Hansen, and he gets 3 points from it. Vermillion brings out the press on Ponca, looking to extend their lead. They manage to advance it into the front court. Stewart swings it over to Ehlers. Ehlers working on Trey Hansen. Passes it over successfully to Byrne. Byrne tries to get it down low. Pass broken up by Trey Hansen, but not before a foul is called on Trey. That or just a turnover.
Yeah, better job on the interior there, collapsing on the ball and not allowing a backdoor pass. Much better.
Yeah, Vermillion, they've kind of fixed that backdoor cut that Ponca was benefiting from. Ponca has at the top of the key. Ehlers over to Cleveland. Cleveland to Byrne. Byrne to Peterson. Ehlers top of the key, posting up. In the corner is Peterson. He thought about his shot. He'll just give it up. Ehlers, bounce pass. Stewart, back to the corner. Byrne, posting up on Blanchette. He makes the shot, heavily contested.
Yeah, he couldn't play much better defense than Spencer played there.
No, you just got to really hope they don't miss when you make it that difficult. Trey Hansen pulls up into a three. Falls off the back of the rim into the hands of Ponca. Pressured, Caden Cleveland keeps it for Ponca.
Oh, an illegal screen set. And if it wouldn't have been, if it wouldn't have been that,
Ponca.
if it wouldn't have been that, it would have been a travel because he took too many steps out at the top of the key.
Yeah, I got caught off guard and didn't have his feet set with that screen. Tanagers lead 49-37 on the Mesaba scoreboard. 3:13 to go in period number 3. Trey Hansen with a Luke Jensen screen gives it to Jensen. Thought about a shot, he'll fake it. He'll spin it. He'll take it down low, pass it down low to Larson. Through the contact, he makes that shot. Gabe Larson's first two of the night. Ponca takes it the other way. Now or never. McKinnon Peterson swings it to Caden Cleveland. Caden Cleveland Passes it cross court to Cooper Stewart. Cooper Stewart on Jensen, drives, tries to get to the basket. Can't find much room. Pass out of bounds. Vermillion gets the ball. Inbounding will be Cale Cleveland, not to be confused with Caden Cleveland of the Ponca Indians. Vermillion leads now 51-37, 14-point lead right now in this game. Up top, Larson over to Hansen. Hansen drives. He gets fouled on the arm before he can even start his dribble.
And that's going to be 5. That's going to put him in the bonus for the rest of the quarter here.
Yeah, bonus, dangerous territory for Ponca. Stoppage of play. Byrne is tying a shoe. Trey Hansen takes some free throws. He's already got 25. First shot for Hansen. Bottom of the net. 52-37. Vermillion Tanagers lead Ponca 52-37. 2:33 to go in the third quarter. Second shot off the front of the rim. Ponca takes it the other way. Advancing it forward is Byrne. Looking for an off-ball action. Gives it up to Caden Cleveland. He'll drive on Cale Cleveland. Pass broken up, stolen by Trey Hansen. He takes it the other way. Euro steps it, makes the shot. His 9th 2-point shot this game. Ponca passing it up. Alex Utoff down low, banks it in. Quick answer for Ponca. 54-39. Trey Hansen posting up. Over to Cleveland, back to Larson. Three-pointer doesn't make. Rebounded by Kean Byrne. Ponca down 15. Spinning, shooting, not quite making the shot. Caden Cleveland. Gabe Larson reels it in for Vermillion. Pulls up from 3. Shot doesn't fall. Trenton Thomas gets that board. Cale Cleveland down low. Post up. Ball almost rebounded, but it's kicked out of Ponca's hands by Gabe Larson.
Yeah, good job on the offensive glass there. Just really contested by Ponca there and just wasn't able to get that to fall. Rolled all the way across the back of the rim.
Inbounding is Alex Utoff of Ponca. McKinnon Peterson passes it up. Alex Utoff swings it. Quick pass from Ehlers. Schweers thought about a shot. He'll post up, swing it down low through the contact, and one. Pierce Ehlers. Ball movement from Ponca generated a shot at the basket, and they get rewarded with 2 points and a foul. 54-41 on the Mesaba scoreboard. Trenton Thomas will check out for Spencer Blanchette.
Yeah, good body control on the inside there to get that to drop.
Pierce Ehlers at the free throw line, takes the shot, rattles off the rim. Trey Hansen pulls it down for Vermillion and pushes the pace the other way. Driving, floating the shot up. Pulled down by Schweers. What a rebound. Ponca, Euro step other direction, rebounded by Luke Jensen. He pulls it up after some commotion, and he'll dribble it up past to Blanchette. Entry from Blanchette down to Cale Cleveland. He'll make redemption on the last miss and make this one. Cale Cleveland's first 2 of the night.
Yeah, Vermillion has not let off the gas here.
56-41. Ponca looking to get a shot up. 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. Pierce Ehlers passes it up to McKinnon Peterson. Over to Utoff. Utoff over to Feister. Feister. Peterson. Ponca is moving the ball. Shot at the basket. Difficult through the outstretched arms of Luke Jensen. And we see Feister make his first basket today. 56-43. Trey Hansen will dribble it out for the Tanagers. They lead by 13. Screen from Luke Jensen. Trey Hansen driving, crossing, stepping back. Three-pointer. Patiently takes the shot. Spencer Blanchette tries to get the rebound. Peterson gets a shot up and won't make from half. And it's 56-43 going into quarter 4 of action here on Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. And
Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion treats you like family. They believe a healthy smile starts with compassionate care. From toddlers to grandparents, their gentle team is here for your whole family. Whether it's a routine checkup or a full smile makeover, they'll keep you comfortable and confident. Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion makes your smile shine. Visit Knutson Family Dentistry online or call today, 605-624-6291.
If you're considering a new roof, you want to put your roof in the hands of Dave's Roofing. Dave's Roofing specializes in residential roofing and has over 10 years of experience. Dave's Roofing covers any job from a 60 to 80 mile radius of Sioux City and has a 10-man crew that completes most jobs in one day. Dave's Roofing will make sure the cleanup job is done right afterwards too. And the products installed are impact rated and eligible for homeowners insurance discounts. Look up Dave's Roofing on Facebook and check out the work that's been done and customer testimonials.
We return on Fox Sports Radio 101.5 AM 1570 and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. The Vermillion Tanagers lead the Ponca Indians 56-43 at the start of quarter 4. Gabe Larson inbounds to Trey Hansen. Takes it down the court for the Tanagers. He'll quickly hand it off, get the ball back down to Luke Jensen. He'll post up, survey the court, take it up. He gets his own board, a theme tonight. And the ball is knocked out by Ponca. Vermillion will inbound under their own basket. Luke Jensen, tallest player on the court. He's really getting those rebounds.
Yeah, he's really crashing it, but just need to, he wants to get it back up there, and there's an easy inbound there.
And the Jensen shot, third time the charm. It rolls right through the hoop. Luke Jensen gets another shot at the basket. 58-43 now. Pierce Ehlers, top of the key, passes it to Byrne. Byrne skips it cross court to Pierce Ehlers, who spots up the three-pointer off the back of the iron to Thomas. Trey Hansen takes it the other way for the Tanagers. He'll take it through multiple Ponca players, and the shot just does not find its way home. Breaking up the pass is Thomas. Breaking it up again is Luke Jensen, and Spencer Blanchette pulls it down. Team effort on the steal there. Spencer takes it up the other way to the court, lays it up through the contact. He'll take 2 shots at the rim.
Yeah, a lot of, like you said, a community steal there.
Definition of teamwork there. At the line is Spencer Blanchette of Vermillion. It's 58-43 on the Mesaba scoreboard. 7 to go in the game.
Not a lot of stoppages in this game. It has really gone by very, very quickly.
Spencer Blanchette misses that first free throw. Yeah, not too many fouls, especially in that first half. Second shot from Blanchette finds its way home, and we'll take a timeout on Fox Sports Radio in Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube.
Fuller Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Interior technicians.
Jerry, I need your help. I'm in a real pickle.
How can we help? We clean carpets, furnace and duct cleaning, mold remediation, fire restoration, water damage restoration, office cleaning, and much more.
No, Jerry, I'm in a real pickle. I'm stuck and I can't get out. Hang on, I'll send you a pic so you can see what I mean.
Oh my gosh. When you need it clean, call the Intech team. Fixing pickles since 1984.
And we are back on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 AM 1570, and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. Chad, this game is still not too out of reach.
No, they've done a good job, but yeah, a couple possessions here the other way, and it may get to that point here.
And Ponca, after a quick foul from Vermillion, successfully inbound the ball. 59-43, 7 to go in the game. Pass up to the top of the key. Stewart spins on Jensen, but the shot doesn't find its way into the basket. Jensen pushes it the pace the other way. Pulls up from three, a dynamic pace. Shot doesn't make it. Going the other way is Kyan Byrne. Passes it up to Peterson. Over to Ehlers. Cross court, Peterson spot up three. Doesn't find his way, gets his own board, spins it up, not even looking at the basket. What a shot from Peterson.
Yeah, really good. Coming in there and kind of reverses path to the hoop.
Hansen drives, banks it in.
Yeah, good job avoiding contact there for Trey.
Kyan Byrne crossing over on Blanchette, trying to find some room. Blanchette pokes the ball loose and steals it. Takes it the other way, kicks it for a spot-up three from Trenton Thomas. Three-pointer doesn't fall, but Larson poked it free. Blanchette continued it. Jensen continued it. A lot of good hands, but it leads to an outlet pass and an easy finish from Kyan Byrne.
Timeout here for Ponca, so...
And it's a full. We'll take one as well on Fox Sports Radio.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you got to call Kalen's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kalen's to anyone.
We are back on Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube and Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 AM 1570. Yeah, Chad, the thing about Vermillion here is they've really been a lot better at not getting turnovers.
Yeah, and they haven't lowered the pace any. They're still really pushing the pace here and trying to push this lead up closer to 20. But, yeah, really good job by Ponca staying in, causing a little bit of problem with some press that they've been putting on too, and creating an open hoop just like the last one was a wide open basket.
Yeah, and Trey Hansen has 30, Luke Jensen has 17, and you got to think they could even have a couple more points tonight. Offense is on all cylinders with 61 already, 47 for Ponca. Trey Hansen brings it up for the Tanagers, passes it to Spencer Blanchette, over to Luke Jensen. He gets a Hansen screen. Thought about a shot. He'll dribble, work on his defender, take it down through two players. Doesn't make the shot, almost gets the board. Ponca knocks it out of bounds.
Yep, right off of Ponca, right off of Schmidt there. I think it was right off his hand.
Yeah, that's the key thing here is fight for the basketball even if you can't get the board because the other team might just knock it out of bounds for you. Trey Hansen inbounding under his own basket all the way up to the top of the key to Thomas. Larson drives it, spins it, posts up. Take a fadeaway shot. Doesn't quite make it from 8 feet out. Taking it to the other way is McKenna Peterson. He passes it over to Pierce Ehlers, surveying the court. Gets a ball screen from Stewart. Passes it. Cleveland. Down low. Pump fake. Got distracted. Luke Jensen pulls down the rebound after the shot at the rim misses for Ponca. Trey Hansen brings it the other way. Crosses over. Crossing over again. He gives it to Luke Jensen. Spots up that three-pointer. Makes that three-pointer.
Boy, he's fun to watch, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really testing his three-point ability. He even took one at full speed earlier in the game, so he's got a great jump shot. Pass over from Cleveland over to Byrne. Bank shot down low. Fundamental shot from Pierce Ehlers.
Yeah, you don't see it off the glass very often anymore, do you?
No, not unless it's a layup. 64-49, fourth quarter, 4:25 to go on the Masaba scoreboard. Trey Hansen works on his defender, passes it over. Gabe Larson spots the three, front iron, pulled down by Peterson. Quick hands from Thomas, don't matter. Peterson secures the ball. Driving on Jensen, passes it over to Cleveland, kicks it cross course to Byrne, spots the three, doesn't find it. Trey Hansen pulls down the rebound.
Yeah, I was going to say right there is where Ponca needs a basket and a little bit of a run. Otherwise, you get a run out of time and one.
Yeah, Trey Hansen drives it down, makes his 11th two-point shot of the game, and he gets to the free throw line for the third time this game. He's got 32 of the 66 Tanager points. Ponca's got 49 with 3:56 to go in the game.
And a 17-point lead. That is getting to the point where you're almost running out of time here. Ponca's got to have some quick baskets.
Free throw good for Trey Hansen. He's got 33 tonight. Ponca brings it the other direction. Byrne working on Blanchette. Passes it up quickly. Pierce Ehlers spins it into a screen. Thought about a shot. He'll give it up to Cleveland. Cleveland to Byrne. Byrne, top of the key. Peterson on an off-ball cut. Shot doesn't make. Luke Jensen pulls down the board for the Tanagers.
Yeah, Luke, really good job boxing out. He knew exactly what he had to do and did it.
Trey Hansen steps into a three. No good. Larson pokes out the rebound, but it's pulled down by Stewart. Ponca nonetheless. Byrne passes it over. Cleveland thought about a shot on the corner. Pierce Ehlers work on his defender. Gives it up to Caden Cleveland. Picks it up. Passes it. Catch and shoot three from deep. Pierce Ehlers. Rebounded by Trey Hansen. Behind the back. Brings it up the court. Works on Peterson. Over to the corner. Luke Jensen catch and shoot three. He's really testing his abilities. That one just barely no good. McKinnon Peterson brings it up the other way for Ponca. Posting up Stewart. Pass stolen by Luke Jensen.
Yeah, he's kind of doing it all here in the second half. Luke's having a great game here.
Trey Hansen the other way. Gives it to Luke Jensen. Passes it to Spencer Blanchette. Passes it up to Larson. Larson to Jensen in the corner. Up to Hansen. Tanagers trying to chew some clock. Behind the back, through the contact. Shot blocked by Ponca. They take it the other direction. They got a 4-on-1. Cooper Stewart pump fake. Shot make off the glass. And we'll see a timeout from Ponca. Their penultimate timeout of the game. We'll have a full one here on Fox Sports Radio.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part. Earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Truckers, commercial fleet, car owners, when you need a DOT inspection, you need a battery, oil change, diagnostic, or specialized tire service for farm, auto, and heavy equipment, JFI will get your vehicle repaired and washed and back on the road. JFI proudly supports Vermillion Tanagers, the community of Vermillion, in business for nearly 100 years for a reason. JFI is the best, and that's no lie. JFI 1218 Compton Court, Vermillion.
And we are back on Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube and Fox Sports Radio 115 AM 1570. Vermillion has really just kept pressure all game, Chad.
Yeah, and high-pace offense and really good defense has kind of expanded this lead a little bit. But still not out of reach, but we're getting close.
Yeah, Vermillion taking it the other way. Jensen over to Cleveland, back to Jensen, gives it up to Trey Hansen. Gets a ball screen from Luke Jensen, gets Stewart switched on him, and he's fouled at the point of the contact. That'll be the fourth foul, or that'll be the first foul assessed on number 41, Cooper Stewart. Trey Hansen looking for a screen. Off-ball movement from the Tanagers. Blanchette gets it up on the wing. He fakes a pass. He drives it in. They left him too much space. Spencer Blanchette's first layup of the game.
Yeah, his eyes were about that big, seeing that lane that he can drive, and he's like, I'm taking it.
Yeah, Ponca too worried about the three-point shot. They allow a layup there from Blanchette. Pierce Ehlers passes it over to Caden Cleveland. A lot of off-ball movement, a lot of dribble handoffs. Pierce Ehlers drives, passes it to Stewart. Stewart, jump, no good on his Euro step layup. Trey Hansen the other way for Vermillion gives up to Cale Cleveland. Cleveland passes it back to Trey Hansen. He's got McKinnon Peterson on him. He's doubled now. Passes it to Larson. Larson to Cleveland. Back to Hansen. Stretching out the floor. The Tanagers let Trey Hansen go to work. He tries to pass it to Larson. It's broken up. Stolen by Caden Cleveland. Stolen right back by Larson. Hansen not even looking for the shot, looking for the pass. quick timeout here from Vermillion, and we'll take one as well. Actually, substitution. My apologies. Platoon swap. It looks like Vermillion will accept they're winning the game here. It is 69-51 on the Mesaba scoreboard. 49 seconds to go. I didn't even realize we were under a minute, Chad.
I know, it's been going so fast, and hats off to Ponca. They played a great game tonight, but just Tanagers way too much.
Christensen hands off to Solomon of the Tanagers. Passes it up to Roerick. He'll drive. He's pressured. Solomon spot up three. Front iron rebounded by Henry Orr. He puts it up, gets his own board, tries to escape the pressure, and it's out on blue as Tyson Ogden going for the basketball. It goes off on Alex Utoff. Tyson Hovden inbounding the basketball. Successfully does so to Christensen. Christensen to Roerig. Roerig to Solomon. Solomon to Hovden.
Probably
dribbling
out the basket here.
Vermillion dribbling out the clock. 69-51 victory. Their second to last game of the season. We'll see them in Canton on, believe it or not, a Monday night. You don't see it often in high school hoops.
You don't.
But it'll be our last Tanager regular season game. When we come back, the First Dakota National Bank post-game show, we'll have an interview with Coach Dre Drake, and we'll also have another look inside at the Henson Haas tournament, courtesy of Zach Spear. We'll return on Fox Sports Radio.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Vermillion is proud to support local athletics like USD and the Tanagers. The DQ fall flavors are in, and DQ has great food at great prices. Get a $7 meal deal. Choose from a cheeseburger or 3-piece chicken basket with fries, a drink, and a sundae for only $7. Got an office team party or birthday party? If you want to celebrate, don't bake, buy a DQ cake. And DQ supports the Sanford Children's Network. So after the game, take your team for a thrill to the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill, 905 East Cherry Street, Vermillion, South Dakota.
Slumberland Furniture at 2401 Broadway in Yankton, home of Kirkland Furniture Groups, bedroom groups by Laguna, and dining sets by Tower and Catadel. They're also the only place to offer furniture by Flex Steel and the biggest selection of Lazy Boy in the area. The Mattress Gallery is full of the best brand name mattresses in the business, including the all-new Tempur-Pedic Active Breeze personalized climate-controlled mattress. Slumberland Furniture, dining, bedroom sets, and mattresses in Yankton.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small, just as it should be. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of choices to make sure you have the perfect coverage to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Warmer days are coming, and sooner or later your air conditioning will need to kick in as well. But what if it doesn't? Well, don't wait. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling. With 43 years in the business, we're very knowledgeable on what we do and how we serve our customers. You can rest assured that when you call day or night, someone will always pick up the call. Join our elite club today and become a priority member. Skip the line, get discounts on services, and have no overtime fees. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling for expert service from factory-trained technicians.
I'm Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
And we are back on the Fox Sports Radio 1015 AM 1570 in Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. We're here with the First Dakota National Bank post-game show. First Dakota has proudly supported the dreams and banking needs of their customers for over 150 years. They offer personal, business, and ag banking solutions for every stage of your journey, with locations in Vermillion and Yankton and a lot of eastern South Dakota. Trey Hansen tonight, 33 points. Luke Jensen, 17. 6 from Gabe Larson. 2 from Cale Cleveland. And then we got to see 6 points. And we're here with Coach Jay Drake of the Vermillion Tanagers. Coach, Trenton Thomas looked like he hadn't missed any game time today.
Yeah, it was nice to just get him back. He said he's feeling good. Obviously a little winded, though. He hasn't had a lot of practice. And just, it's been a week and a half now since the Dakota Valley game, but just to have him back, it was nice.
Yeah, the pace was pretty quick today. The game took about an hour and barely any change.
Yeah, and really you never know each night the way it's called, but we always tell our guys an actual high school basketball game usually is about an hour 15, hour 20, maybe hour and a half, depending on timeouts, all that, number of calls, which means you got to be ready to play too, right? And we find that out at times. If you kind of go through the motions at times, you find yourself, you wait 30 minutes, that could be 16 minutes of game action, half a game's done, and got to be ready to play. We were too up and down tonight. Ponca's got a nice basketball team. They got a young team though too, right? Playing a bunch of sophomores. They're very disciplined offensively. They do a good job defensively, but we needed to be better, especially when you go into the postseason here, these last 2 regular season games. I thought we played hard, but it was just inconsistent on both ends of the floor. Stretches of good basketball, both on the offensive end, defensive end, but then stretches where we'd kind of take a step back, and we're going to have to be much more consistent if we want to survive in the postseason in our region.
Yeah, and on Monday, Canton should be good practice. They gave Beersford a shocker last night, and they scored over 70 points in regulation. So they might be a good test, a good practice right before you hit regions here.
Yeah, they got their first win the other night, and it's very similar from the standpoint of they start 4 sophomores. The Reed kid is a senior, was an honorable mention all-conference player, but he's got 4 sophomores around him. a couple other younger kids coming off the bench. They're a young team, but they've battled and they can score points, and they've been playing much better recently. A week ago, last Saturday, they led most of the game against Madison, and then Madison pulled out, won by like 10 or 11 in the fourth quarter or whatever. But and it's a tough place to play up there. So like anything, we'll get rest tomorrow. We're going to come in on Sunday, go through some game prep and prepare for them, and then a Monday game and the final regular season game, and then we'll have about a week to prepare for the postseason.
Yeah, awesome. Well, great job tonight, Coach. We'll see you for the last game of the season. Thanks for coming up.
All right, thanks a lot, Parker.
Coach Jay Drake of the Vermillion Tanagers. We'll see the Tanagers for the last time of the regular season this next Monday. Chad, I mean, talk about Trey Hansen really showing his defensive prowess. Luke Jensen continued the hot streak from three. He made 3 of them, and he was taking some really difficult ones tonight. Trenton Thomas returned. This Vermillion team's getting hot right at the right time of the season. Yeah, that is definitely the game plan here. And before we head out, we're going to have Zach Spear break down everything that's going to be in the Hansen-Haas tournament. Make sure to tune into that. Show up tomorrow in Yankton on Classic Hits 106.3, I believe, and Fox Sports Radio here. I believe we'll have some score updates as well. So we'll have Zach Spear break that down before we call tonight on Fox Sports Radio.
It's time for the 34th Annual Hansen-Haas Youth Basketball Tournament Update. Brought to you by our corporate sponsor, Core Trust Bank, member FDIC. Also from Gerstner Oil and Triple Time Rudy's Yankton Convenience Store, service and quality fuel for home, business, and farm. Gerstner Oil, Triple Time Rudy's Yankton. And MT&RC Smith Insurance Agency, your auto owner's insurance agency in Yankton. For generations, people have trusted the auto owner's agents at MT&RC Smith Insurance, Yankton. This report is also brought to you by Quality Well Service, South Yankton, for pump sales and service on all makes and models. Well drilling and irrigation pump service. Call Jeremy at Quality Well Service.
This is your preview for the 2026 Hansen-Haas Basketball Tournament in Yankton. Brought to you by Core Trust Bank, a 4th-generation family-owned community bank. This year's Hansen-Haas Tournament will take place all on Saturday, February 21st. It's time to meet the teams participating in this year's tournament. In 3rd grade boys, Heelan, WC Knights, Mighty Ducks, Yankton Timberwolves, and Mitchell Colonels. In 3rd grade girls, Bonhomme, Vollen Raiders, Hinton Blackhawks, Yankton Gazelles, Mitchell, and Yankton Rubies. In 4th grade boys, Avon, Platte Geddes, the Chargers, Yankton Bucks Black, EPJ Huskies, and Yankton Bucks Red. In 4th grade girls, Crofton, Mitchell All-Stars, Yankton Gazelles, Dakota Valley, Nebraska Phillies, Yankton Zells, Elk Point Jefferson, and Ponca. In 5th grade boys, Ambush Van Leeuwer, Vermillion Tanagers, Crofton, Yankton Bucks Black, Heelan, and Yankton Bucks White. And in 5th grade girls, the Beersford Watchdogs, Yankton Fever, Bonhomme, and Elk Point Jefferson. When we return, we'll meet the rest of the teams.
This Hansen-Haas tournament update is also brought to you by Fairfield Inn by Marriott, located on Broadway, Yankton. Thank you for staying with them. Come back anytime. Fairfield Inn, Yankton. Also, Larson Carpet in Yankton, a family-owned business with a large selection of flooring products and expert installation. Larson Carpet, Yankton. And brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency in Yankton. Travis and Whitney Devine are your DeSmit insurance agents for farm, home, and auto. Midwest Insurance Agency, Yankton. Also brought to you by Culver's, with cooked-to-order butter burgers, handcrafted fresh frozen custard, and Wisconsin cheese curds. Welcome to delicious Culver's, north on Broadway, Yankton. SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab welcomes you to Yankton. for the Hanson Haas Basketball Tournament. Good luck to all the teams located at 2000 Summit Street, Yankton. SWAT, Chiropractic, and Rehab.com. Slowey Construction, Yankton is hiring. They offer health, vacation, and 401 opportunities. Apply at Slowey Construction, Yankton. FloorTech is also a sponsor of this Hanson Haas Basketball Tournament. FloorTech, when the floor is wet, call FloorTech Restoration. Fire, mold, water cleanup, serving Southeast South Dakota and Northeast Nebraska. FloorTech Yankton. Is there a new air conditioner in your future? Larry's Heating and Cooling Yankton. Purchase a Lennox or Carrier 2-ton air conditioner installed for $3,900. Larry'sHeatingandCooling.com.
Also competing in the 34th annual Hanson Haas Basketball Tournament. In 6th grade boys, Bridgewater Emery Hoop City. The River Rockers, Heelan, Yankton Mambas Black. Norfolk 6th grade boys, Yankton Mambas Red. In 6th grade girls, EPJ Huskies, Plainview Osmond Pirates, Yankton Red, Gregory Gorillas, Scotland Menno Trappers, Yankton White, Mitchell Magic, and West Central Ambush. To 7th grade boys, Beersford, Heelan, Yankton Bucks, Seahawks, Nakota Coyotes, Yankton Vipers, Coleman Egan 7th grade boys, and the Scotland Menno Trappers. In 7th grade girls, Beersford, Northeast Nebraska, Hustle, Hart, and Hoops, Vermillion Tanagers, MCM, and the Yankton Gazelles. And to round off the Hanson Haas Tournament, the 8th grade boys with BV Fierce, Yankton Lightning, Heelan, and Prospects.
This Hanson Haas Basketball Tournament update is brought to you in part by Boston Shoes to Boots.
Boston Shoes to Boots in Yankton is your local headquarters for the best in quality and comfortable footwear for men, women, and kids. Shop online at bostonshoestoboots.com.
Also brought to you by Becker Body Shop of Yankton. From dealing with dents to insurance companies, they offer exceptional work and customer service. Becker Body Shop, Yankton. H&H Roofing, Yankton, serving Southeast South Dakota and Northeast Nebraska, handling roofing, siding, and gutters. We've got you covered, H&H Roofing, Yankton. Also brought to you by State Farm agent Rhonda Westland, and her team are here to assist. Call, click, or stop by for the service you deserve at the price you want. State Farm agent Rhonda Westland. Stronghold Counseling Services provide a place to heal, hope without hype, guidance without judgment, a safe place to go. Stronghold Counseling Services. Also brought to you by Molly Skoll Insurance of American Family Insurance. Happy to protect American families with personalized insurance programs for home, auto, business, farm, and life insurance. Molly Skoll Agency, American Family Insurance, Yankton. Also brought to you by Holiday Inn Express, welcoming you to the Hanson Haas Basketball Tournament. Good luck to all teams. Come stay with us in our newly renovated rooms anytime you're in Yankton. Holiday Inn Express, Yankton. And the corporate sponsor, Core Trust, member FDIC, along with these sponsors, welcoming you to the Hanson Haas Youth Basketball Tournament.
This has been your Hanson Haas preview, brought to you by Core Trust Bank. For more information and the link to updated brackets, check out our Facebook page, Classic Hits 1063, and kvht.com.
And we are back on Fox Sports Radio 101.5 AM 1570 and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. That was Zach Spear with the Hanson Haas Tournament. Vermillion here, they have one last regular season game. They'll be playing against Canton on Monday night in Canton, South Dakota. If you can't make the game, make sure to tune in on Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell. We are the only broadcast that goes to every single Vermillion Tanager game for both basketball teams, football, and quite a few of their volleyball games. We'll catch everybody on Monday. In the meantime, make sure to check out the Hanson Haas Tournament. And thank you for tuning in.